Welcome to another episode of It's All Love Podcast, y'all. We back for another Saturday night, and this one gonna get you right. Y'all know my new slogan, another one. This another
You
one.
already
I'm
know.
proud of it. This another one. But with that being said, man, we got the man, the myth, Noble Noah.
What's going on, everybody? It's Noble Noah. Follow me on IG at Noble_Noah. We back. We back. A Saturday, another Saturday, another new episode. That's what I always say, fellas. But we back. We bringing some hot topics for y'all tonight, and I'm ready. I'm ready to get into it. I'm definitely ready to get into it tonight.
And we got the one and only Mr. Off the Top T-Mo.
Yeah, what's going on with y'all, man? It's Timo. You already know what it is. Y'all can follow me at off the top underscore media. We back with another lit show for y'all this Saturday night, and we got a good guest on with us tonight. We got Miss Nikki Diamante, actress, model, mother. Nikki, can you please, enlighten the audience about who you are, where they can find you at, anything you have coming and so forth.
Of course, of course. So, hey guys, my name is Nikki Diamante. I'm known for being on Eight at the Table, for saying some pretty spicy shit, and for saying some pretty dumb stuff too. So it's just like, yeah. So I took my talents to the South. Now, I'm in Georgia working on my acting. I model here and there, but my passion is acting, so that's my focus. But I still appear on podcasts. I don't mind doing talk shows here and there. But yeah, definitely it's been crazy. You guys could follow me on Instagram at Nikki_Diamante_.
Yes, indeed. I'm mad he said your name all week. Miss Nikki Diamante.
Hey,
You do got that name.
Put
So
some
that
spice
name
up
hey,
ring
in there,
bell.
you
T-Mo.
know
Right,
what you
right,
do. Hey,
Yeah, put some spice up in there. I'm
right.
messing with. Just
hey,
messing with.
hey, nah, she definitely needed though, but we definitely appreciate you coming on with us tonight.
No
Mm-hmm.
problem.
We got some good topics for y'all. You know,
And but before we started any episode, we always try to get the icebreakers going, try to get you and the audience a little bit more familiar with one another. And so
Mhm.
we, for me, I'm always a big dating compatibility type person. So the one thing I always ask when I bring a guest on, just to see what the flow is gonna be like, I always ask them, well, what is your sign? And Nikki, you have a very uh, bubbly personality.
Uh-huh.
So your sign will for me be hard to figure out.
You want to know or you want to guess?
Let
I
me
guess
see.
he's
No,
basically
I guess
asking
we
you.
can we
So
can we
go
can, we
ahead.
can do the guess. We can do the guess first. All I gotta go by is the videos that I watch, and that's gonna be hard. Um, I'ma say Virgo.
And I'm going to say, wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna go with Pisces, just for the sake of.
No.
Nah, you get Pisces. Well, what about you, Timo?
Taurus.
Yes.
Taurus. All right,
Man,
I
how
ain't
he
get
get
the
it? How
Taurus.
he
I
get
ain't
it
get
right?
the
How the
Taurus
hell
in
he
it.
get it right? Come on,
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
Hey, I'm just, I don't know. Hey, no, I'm telling you, I've been paying
Nah,
attention
you
to
you
this
you
guy.
you
Like,
getting better, man. You getting
Nah,
better.
nah. Hey, no, don't go for that bull. He ain't been.
Huh?
He got lucky.
hey,
He got lucky.
Yeah, but if you go
Unless he
on my
cheated, but I don't
page,
know.
I
Now he did
definitely
it.
have a picture talking about Taurus energy. It's Taurus
Oh
season.
yeah, now he did his research. Then
no,
ain't
no,
nothing
no,
wrong
no,
with
no, no,
that.
no, 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 no,
He
no,
did
no.
it. Ain't
That
nothing
that
wrong with a little
it
research.
ain't that though.
So, oh, go ahead. No, what I was gonna say too. Okay, so like me and Timor, we're both cancers. Butter's a Aquarius, and like I said, I didn't know he was a Taurus. Like Taurus and cancers got a good dynamic. I ain't never. Well, I don't know. You making a face? I don't know. I could be wrong, but I ain't never had a problem with a
Oh,
Taurus.
cancers be too much in their feelings for me.
Here we
Oh,
go.
they
Too
all
much.
say that.
Each and every one. Like it
Mm,
just never works out. We could probably be great friends, and that's it.
yeah.
Go beyond that.
That's and that's what I noticed too. That and
Mhm.
and what I tell people all the time, compatibility does not necessarily mean relationship. It
Yeah.
could mean friendship. It could mean a lot of different. It does not necessarily mean because we connect that we supposed to be together. So I can
Right.
see that a lot of my good friends are Tauruses. So that does make sense.
Hey, that's the funny part. That's what we always hear though. You know what I'm saying? They ask you what your sign is. You say Cancer. They be like, "Are you emotional?"
Mm.
And it's like, I mean,
They
so
are.
that
I don't like about cancers. They like to throw rocks and hide their hands behind their back. It's like they be the ones that start shit, and then tourists, we be with the shits. So it's just
Y'all
like
bulls.
it's
Yeah.
like
Mm-hmm.
don't wave the red flag if you don't want us to come charging because we're coming for you, baby. So it's just it is what it is.
Now, I mean, I can see a little bit of where you coming from, but I
Mhm.
definitely wanted to get the dynamic because it always either at the beginning of the show or the end of the show. That's always my main question. Like, especially if it's good energy, I was like, what type of sign are you?
Right.
But I want to start off too with you. And like I said, you said you from eight, where you know mostly from eight at the table. So what got you to get into that? How did
Um.
you journey to that?
So I started a podcast with my with two girls I knew. One of them I didn't know so well. She was like one of the girls' cousin. We started a podcast called Let's Chat Later. So even if you go on YouTube, I think the videos are still up. So we started that, and we was kind of like pretty much taking it seriously, but we just had a falling out. So one day I was at work, and my coworker, he personally knows Oliver from Eight at the Table. Shout out Eight at the Table. Shout out Oliver Luke.
shout them out.
Shout out,
Yeah, shout
shout
out
out my
Eddie
coworker
Taylor.
Paul. You know what I mean? So he was like, "Oh, my friend is on the show. You should try to get on this show." So I looked at their content. I was like, "Oh, this is dope. I like it." I emailed the page, and Alan, the producer, he told me to come in that week. So I went there. Of course, they went on live. I wasn't allowed to be on a live because I was new. And then I was just hanging out with them, and then we just started talking. And I was in a really bad place because I just broke up with my ex. So I was like, pouring my heart out about that situation, how I felt. And I was like, all right, come back next week. And then come back again and again and again. And since then, I've just been a cast member on the show.
Nah,
Congratulations.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Nah, they definitely making big moves at eight at the table, and like I said,
Mhm.
you definitely came across our page a lot, and you definitely on the show. You have a lot of strong views that you definitely bring across to let people know this is how I feel,
Mhm.
and so we
Yeah,
definitely gonna try
definitely.
to dive into some of those.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. You know, we've seen a couple things from Eight at the Table. So we definitely we seen you on there. We've seen a lot of the people on there. Y'all be talking about some good subjects. Y'all be going deep with it.
Mhm. Yeah, I
But
agree. I even cried on the show one time. There was a
Nah,
couple of that cried on that show a couple of times. So yeah, Eight at the Table at one point was like a family. We didn't have no drama between each other. I feel like that hindered us from really going in on each other when we was like recording because it's like I fuck with this person. I don't really want to like go in. You know what I mean? So it's just like we was definitely like a family, and it was definitely a good dynamic to be.
yeah,
oh yeah, no, go ahead,
and with
no.
my fault. No, I was just gonna say, and with that, the eight at the table situation, and the topics that you are involved in, and you get to relay your life on the show.
Mhm.
How have you got adjusted to letting the world in on you?
Um, Eight at the Table just gave me the platform. Eight at the Table didn't make me. I always been like this.
Mm,
So it just gave me the audience. You
okay.
know what I mean? It gave me the audience and the confidence to be like, hey, I could do this. Sometimes I do see some of my videos and I cringe. I'm like, oh. And then you have some girls that be like, I agree with you. Or da, 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 da. It's just like I'm just being myself. And there's certain episodes I try to cap, like not be myself as far as like try to tone it down. And I'm watching those videos and they make me cringe just as much. I'd rather cringe and it be really me for real instead of cringing and knowing like that's not really how I feel. That's not really how I am.
Yeah,
So it made me really when people say like look at yourself in the mirror, it literally forced me like look at yourself on the internet. So it made me, you know, mature, definitely, because I was just looking at myself grow through these past couple of years online through social media.
And that's, and for us when we do the podcast, that's why I feel the biggest thing is the conversation is the therapy, and it helps you evolve. Like having conversations with people, it comes to the point of this is how I feel, this is how you feel, but I didn't think about it how you put it. So now I'm looking at it as in, okay, I can apply this to my life. Well, they said that's a valid point. I never looked at it like this. Let me add this to my everyday lifestyle, and eventually you evolve and change over time. So you know, and that's why I like that platform as well, because I always feel like it's a gathering of individuals who are trying to do something. So it's always good to put people in a room together who are trying to do something, trying to have a good conversation, because it helps growth all the way around.
In different walks of life, none of us is in the same situation. None of us do the same things. None of us worked at the same place. Like every individual is different. So everybody brings a different dynamic to the show. And I feel like that's what makes it dope too, because you're hearing different people aspects that grew up differently, you know, that, you know, do different things to you. And you're hearing about their opinion on the same topic. And it makes you go, I never thought of it like that, just like how you said. And also it's good for the audience, because let's say if we had 5 strippers on the show talking about relationships, it's like a girl that's not in the nightlife or a stripper is gonna be like, I can't relate to none of these girls. But you got Tamara that was married and divorced, Erin that's currently married, Amanda that's only 22 years old, Danny that's a goddess, you know what I mean, a player. You got Holiday that used to, you know, she used to be a stripper or whatever. You got me where it's just like, I just see all over the place. So it's just like you got different opinions from different people. So it's dope.
Yeah, no, I think a lot of people don't really understand. They think about, okay, all y'all doing is just talking relationships, but really it's more than just relationship or talk advice or whatever people want to take it as. We're just speaking of real life. So everybody has a real life. A lot of the things that we talk about, everybody or somebody in the world can relate to, you know. So it's really just, you know, just talking about, you know, real life situations, real life scenarios, and just talking about things that really go on out in the world for real.
Yeah. No.
You know, other than that though, you know what I'm saying, let's go ahead, you know, let's get into what we want to chop it up with you about. Miss Nikki, hey Butter, you got the first clip?
Yes, indeed.
Are we playing clips?
Oh yeah, no, it's all the podcast. We play clips here. I know we were talking about 8 at the table, but it's all love podcast. We play clips here. We're gonna get into it.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's play it.
Here go the first one.
I'm doing a Danny finger. All right. So I do want to add on to what Danny said. This is why I felt like women was so big on, and y'all gonna be mad at me, I don't care. They're going so big on getting degrees and having money because you don't have the looks, so you had to compensate it in another way. You have to get the nice car, sweetie. You have to get the nice house. You have to dress in designer all the time because you're not here. Like, it's just not there for you. So one guy said it. He was like, why do women think what make you a high value female is, oh, I got 4 degrees. Oh, I drive a Benz. Oh, I got a nice house. He was like, that don't make you a high value female because you will still get cheated on with the bitch that's in the projects with her mother. You still, like, he will still pick her and build her up to put her on your level if she can be. You understand? So it's just like, it's true. It's like some women, they feel like the money, the degrees and stuff like that, it's overcompensated. Like it's trying to replace their looks and it's not. When you got women that, it helps. What happens when you next to Erin that got degrees and a good job too? Like, what are you doing now?
No, listen. I was about to say, I'm about to let you talk. I just wanted to just throw that in there. Ladies, you educated sisters who got their thing together, It always helps. Do not get nothing twisted about that. But if you are not more fair seeming, right, to another woman that is more concordant to society is attractive.
Wow, that's a throwback.
Yeah, but that right there is this will be the first topic of discussion of the pretty privilege of a woman, and you broke it down nicely. You broke it down very nicely of how do you feel about it. So before me, Timo, and Butter dive into it, we still want to kind of get you to really explain to the audience how did you come to that thought process.
I listen to men. I listen to men. Like I see what type of women they go after, like the men that I've been around. Like I was a mechanic for the gas company. I work with nothing but men. It's 95% men. And I feel like the men that got their shit together, that got money, that just got everything going on for them, they don't look at they don't look for like how some women be like, oh, I don't want to take it back, but I don't want to renege on what I'm saying. But I'm not gonna say most men, because there's men out there that are doctors, lawyers, or whatever, and they be like, nah, I need a woman that's smart, that's on my level. But most men that got most things going on for themselves, they not looking for that. It's a plus, but they really want the pretty girl with the nice body. I mean, the pretty woman with the nice body, that's loyal, that's not, she could be like, I want to say average, and average doesn't always mean bad. I feel like the women with the 4 degrees and the nice car and they own their own house and their property, that's phenomenal. Like, you're not an average woman. So there's some men that they'll take the average pretty woman over the woman that really got, the more materialistic stuff. Or I don't want to say degrees is materialistic, but they don't care for that. It's not. It's a plus, but it's not like, oh, it's a check off the box, like you have to have it. So that's how I felt about it through experience from what I've seen.
Okay, so I mean, so listen, like I said, it all depends. You're right. It is some men out here that basically, want a woman on their level. But I do feel like that, you know, the whole, if you just really going after the looks, or all the other stuff, the materialistic stuff, that's just that. How long is that really gonna last? If that's really what you really just paying attention to, because I mean, like, you ain't really, that's not really saying who the person is as a person. You just looking at how they look. You just looking at what they got. You just looking at every other thing. So you really looking over who this person is, whether they respect you. Are they really into you, or if they just with you for whatever because you at the certain status you is. I mean, you don't really know a lot of things, because you just basically glossing over the fact, okay, she's bad. And I be hearing dudes say it, oh man, she bad as shit, I'll wipe her.
Some
You
of
know
these
what I'm
guys be
saying?
having sex with these females and don't even know if the poom poom good. They just know the ass fat. You like, but how is the poom poom?
Yeah,
Oh no, but the ass was clapping. It was clapping.
yeah, about to, yeah, that
How
shit
is
don't mean nothing.
everything else? You just look paying attention to the visual. But females are guilty of doing that too, because you could have. I don't even like to call. I don't even like a grown, like being a grown ass woman. I don't even like to like put people in numbers, like calling them a 3 or 4. And I did it yesterday in one of my videos. But let's say you're a man and you're a 4, and now you got a Benz, or you got a Benz in this, and now you got this house, and now you got this yacht or whatever or whatnot. For women looking at that and they putting you up there. So like they would have never looked at you if you didn't have all this material stuff. You had to overcompensate because you didn't have the looks.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some dudes that are good looking with nice bodies and they 30 years old, still living with their mother, and women still date them. Women of a higher caliber than him will still date him because she's like, he look good. I don't care about his money. He look good. I'll pay for whatever. I'll do whatever. It's women that do the same thing because the dude look good or the sex is good. How many women of smart women, good women, keep messing with this dude that ain't shit, but the sex is good.
Mm-hmm.
So what I said was not far
Plenty
fetched.
of them.
It wasn't
No, it
far.
definitely wasn't.
Women and men do it too.
No,
Yeah,
I definitely agree.
I think if that crunch and that chewy bad, I don't give a fuck how good you look, how bad your job is. I don't want it. But that crunch and that chewy gotta be right. You know what I'm saying? Like that's number one. That gotta be right.
Right.
Outstanding. But I do
Hold
agree
on.
with what you said about. I do agree with what you said about like, the less attractive people gotta compensate in other ways. It's just the way life is. You know what I'm saying? For men, it goes for men and women though. Men and women, the less attractive will have to compensate in other ways. Have money, have degrees, have nice cars, dress nice. Like you're gonna have to go the extra mile that a person that's attractive won't have to do,
Yeah, you got
unless
that
that
resume.
unless that
You got to build that resume.
unless that attractive person don't got nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? If that attractive person don't have nothing at all, that less attractive person that have all those things is gonna be skilled on a higher level.
I don't even. All right, when it comes to women, I feel like it's something that was taught since we were younger, right? From our older cousins, our aunts, sometimes even our mother. Oh, you pretty. You better find you a nice guy. It's never like, oh, you're pretty, but you need to make sure you get good grades in school so you could get a good career. Or but it's like we're always taught as women we have to keep ourselves together for a man. So that's not necessarily, I feel like, a woman's fault when she grows up with that mindset that she has to be well put together so she can have a man to take care of her, because that's what she was taught. My daughter is 8 years old. She's very beautiful. My ways of teaching her might, because I don't baby her, but I tell her I'm not raising a dummy. You're pretty, you're smart, you're tall, you're this and that, but you need to get your head in the books. When she be telling me about her friends, I'm like, yeah, how was your schoolwork today? Because I know I'm trying to raise a woman that's book smart, street smart, whatever. It got to be more intelligent. Because yes, I tell her she's beautiful, but I don't want her thinking that she don't have to work as hard or do anything because she's pretty and she could use her looks to get whatever she wants. But growing up, especially, come on, before really social media and stuff like that, that's how, some women was taught. You're pretty, you're cute, get you a man with money, you don't have to work, you don't have to do this. It was put in their heads from young. So it's not like it's purposely like, oh yeah, I'm a grown ass woman, I'm not gonna do shit because I'm cute. No, she was raised as you're a pretty woman, find a dude with money so you don't ever have to work again. Or period.
and I agree to the fact of attractive people have more options on the front end. I believe attraction can get you in the door,
Yeah, of course.
but I don't
Yeah.
necessarily believe that it keeps you uh at a higher mark than somebody who has a degree and all them other things.
Mm-mm.
I would say that it can be easier. It's an easier thing. Like you was just saying, okay, you're beautiful, you can attract them people. But once they get beyond your beauty, once they say, okay, I'm used to how she looks, and they start looking for other things, then you're in competition with the people that got the degrees, the cars, all the nice things. Because
Um, it's such
because
thing.
now they in play.
Yeah, but also you
Yeah.
can be really pretty and really I feel like I'm pretty and I'm funny as hell. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
thoughtful. I'm a good mother. I cook, I clean, my sex is popping. Like there's more stuff than just my looks. So
Oh
it's
yeah.
just like I still don't feel like I gotta compete with a girl that drives a Jag or owns 4 condos and stuff like that. Because the man I want, what I have is not going to help him in any way. Yes, it's a plus that you got your own shit, but I'd rather the woman that's actually massaging my feet, washing my back, got meals cooked instead of the girl I barely see because she at work trying to get to the bag all day. It depends on who you with and who they aspire to be with. So
Mhm.
I mean, which
And,
is
and,
why I said that them looks is only gonna last for so long. I
yeah,
mean,
but let's be for real. Not yes, it's pretty, but not every like. Come on, to say somebody just got looks
well, I mean, and and,
that.
and and the thing behind that too, like you said, and it's good that you say you raising your daughter to not just be looks. Like you're gonna be smart with it, because like I said, it's a lot of people that just say, okay, what you just said, go out and find you a man. but they're not telling you, okay, your looks can attract that man, but you still gonna have to build up your, like you said, I got personality, I cook, I do. You're just more than just looks.
Come on. I used to have my older sister tell me when they just opened Barclays in New York. She was like, "You better find you a job in there so you could get you an NBA player." It was just like, I don't even like basketball. Like, why? Like, you know what I mean? And this is what she's been telling me, like 17 years old. So it's just like, yeah, it's true. Like, women are taught to invest in their looks and not their motherfucking brain. No. Not into their own brand, their own bag. They just taught, and social media don't make it any easier these days.
That's facts. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that is facts. They work on more so how they look, you know, to present themselves, to draw you in. Then instead of working on all the other stuff that they need to work on, you know.
And my thing about
My
it
man
too.
said cap.
He's talking about.
I don't know what it. Well, drop it
drop
in
in
the
the
comments.
comments
What's cap?
what you feel is cap, my guy.
Yeah, what you think is cap?
And we can discuss it. But what I was about to say too is just when it comes to when you saying that you feel like the people that are getting their degrees and stuff like that, I don't necessarily think it is they're compensating. I just feel like that it's just the walk of life. That's their walk of life, as in I want to be either a real rare person, real verse person. I want to be able to. It could be just that. But the thing when it comes to women, why it doesn't translate for women, because I feel like women who got the nice car, got the nice house, can have their own yacht or whatever it is, they feel like I got this. So I'm not pressed or needy to a man. And so when a man feels like, oh, she don't really need me like that, then it's like, well, I'm gonna get a woman who really wants me. And if she don't have it, I can provide it for her. Right. I got money, so I can provide her that lifestyle that this woman already has. So I feel like when it comes to that, I feel like women who have degrees and all of this, it's more of a, I'm on this type of level. So I need you to be on this type of level, or what you can do, I can provide myself. So I'm not really.
That ties into females with more masculine energy than feminine energy.
Yeah.
Oh, I got money. I got my own money, because a lot of these females are masculine. They was raised by, maybe a woman that had to be the mother and father, so it's all mixed up in there. You know what I mean? Or they had a lot of brothers, or whatever the case is. But a lot of women are more masculine, because I will never get money and be like, I don't need a man. I never need what? I would never say that. So it's just like, yeah, those are women when they finally get to where they want to be. Now they more masculine. So they be like, yeah, I don't need a man, but a man is more than what he can provide for you.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that.
I hate that. I feel sorry for y'all that's what y'all limited to. That when you meet a boss bitch, she tells you she doesn't need you because she got her own shit. But who's gonna protect you? Who's gonna wash your hair in the shower? Who's gonna make sure that you had a good day? Who's gonna bring you food at work? Like who's gonna hold you at night? You know what I mean? Like, there's more aspects of who's gonna guide you, who's gonna listen to you. Like, there's more aspects to a man than just what he could provide for you. And I feel so sorry for y'all, because that's what y'all limited to. That's like a woman being limited to how good she could give head. Like, it sucks.
That Chewy. Hey, that Chewy better be fantastic. A1 steak sauce. Yes, indeed. Hey, Tay, hold on before you go, T-Bone. Tay, he responded. He said, cap artist, when she made the NBA player comment personally. They say, think whether you like basketball or not, NBA players definitely sought after. That's all.
No, NBA players and rappers are like the strippers and bartenders. They're fun to be with, but it may be risky to actually take them seriously. You know what I mean? You ask a lot of guys, would you wife a stripper or a bartender? It may be that little 5% that's actually loyal and actually good women. NBA and rappers, the same thing. You might get that one. That just fuck groupies on the road. You know what I mean? So it's just
I mean that's with anything. If you're dealing with somebody that's known You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have, a fan base. So I mean, like with a NBA player, a basketball player, I mean, at the end of the day, they regular dudes for real that just play basketball for a living.
Yeah,
Mm.
I don't seen something, so I'm good on it.
I was
No,
about to say, you get you a Tristan Thompson. He don't care how far you is. He keep on you. He don't care how you look.
No, they don't. They don't care
Hey, he
what you
go off.
got. They don't care about nothing. Nothing. Okay.
Yeah,
So
when I seen he had another baby on the way, I say, my man, he just out here, hey, on fame alone, he out here stroking on fame.
yeah, took him out. He ain't got no money. They just
Right.
whatever. Let's get to the next one.
yeah. Yeah. We definitely. I mean, what y'all ready? Y'all ready for this next topic?
Hey, go ahead. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
for sure, sugarly.
All
Hey,
right,
hey, this
and this one right here, this topic here, I know you personally, Nikki. You know, it blew up fast when it happened. It blew up
yeah.
fast. Everybody was talking about this clip here. This clip right here was weeks on weeks. People was talking about this clip. So
Really?
we're gonna go ahead and play the clip, and when we're gonna break it down.
Okay.
I make 70,000
$1,000?
a year.
Oh no, that's only 35.
Yeah,
an
that's
hour.
pretty basic.
What do you mean? 35,000 an hour is good money.
No, I get paid 31 an hour, 32 an hour, and that's like.
No, but listen to what he's saying.
Wait, so when if he's making something like yours, it's not okay.
No.
You see what I be saying, yo?
Wait,
proving
no,
my point.
no, let me finish. I practice hypergamy. I don't know.
Hypergamy, break it down.
It's when I date men above my caliber.
Okay.
I don't date men on my same
I do
level.
too.
I'm talking about 10,000, 20,000 more than me.
Alright,
So
so
right now
listen,
I'm at
listen.
70,000 a
Alright.
year. He got to be at 100,000.
Okay,
Why
yeah.
would I want a man that
Okay,
could
okay.
barely provide the same lifestyle that I could provide for myself?
Because there's no gender role.
No,
I don't think he knows. I don't think he knows.
But you know what's so funny?
I'm just saying, like,
No.
No judgment zone.
I said it. So what?
No judgment zone.
Okay. I said what I practice. You might practice
Yeah.
Jesus. You might be Buddhist. You might be Islam. I practice hypergamy. I date men on a higher caliber than myself.
Right,
If
right.
I work for Con Edison and I am the electrician man, I'm in a super.
Hey, before y'all get to breaking it down, I agree.
Let me explain myself. So as you can see, I was clearly intoxicated, right? So I brought up the word because I follow this page called Not Your Typical Woman on Instagram. And I was like, oh, have you ever heard of hypergamy? So my producer's like, what? I'm like, hypergamy. He's like, he looked at the word, he's like, that's hypergamy. I'm like, hypergamy, you sure? He's like, yeah. So when we get on set, I started saying it. And then I was like, I was right the whole time. I feel like he did that on purpose, low key. Because I feel like if I ain't say it wrong, that video would not have went as viral. I know it went viral because I said it wrong. They like, look at this dumb bitch. Like, don't even know what she's talking about.
When I personally seen the video, when you described it, I knew exactly what you're talking about, but it wasn't connected because I said the word, I never heard the word, but I said I knew exactly what you talk about. But the word is hypergamy.
Yeah,
that's the word is that, and like you said, you described it. The definition was on point. Like I said, the definition was on point, and you made a logical. But how did you get to wanting to do that? What made you come to that mindset?
because I was doing it.
Oh, you've been doing it from the jump.
I think the last time I dated a broke dude when I was like 17, 18 years old. I was in college working 2 jobs. I didn't have time for a dude that wanted to see me, talking about hop on the train. Oh, you can't pick me up in your car. You can't put me in a cab. Oh no, get out my face. I work 2 jobs. You know, I'm 18, 19 years old, making money and in school. So why was I wasting my time with dating people that couldn't keep up with me? It's just like, I know I could put myself in a cab. I know I could put you in a cab if I really wanted you to come here, but you can't. No. I just felt myself being in certain situations, even with females too, because I'm bisexual. That's why I stopped dating women for a long time, because at 18, 19, a lot of them, they not hustling like me. They not working. So they didn't have money. So I was like, girl, you think I'm gonna be a boyfriend? You got me fucked up. So, so it was just like, I've been like that since first of all, I've been working since I was 14. So it's just like being grown, 18, 19 in school and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm not gonna waste my time with guys that can't keep up with me financially. That's just how I felt. So it's just always been like that. We're not in high school no more. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, the crazy part is I agree with you though.
Mm-hmm.
I knew
Want a
that. I knew
woman,
that
then
was going.
hey, I get money. I want my girl to get money too, and if she's
Yeah,
in a higher place, that's even better. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
I feel like people look at me, and don't get me wrong, I know I'm not a Lori Harvey or this or that. I'm just Nikki. You feel me? And they really think that I don't bust my ass with my shit, that I just think I just walk around with my hand out and be like, you're gonna do this. It's like, no, I've always worked. I went to college. I went to beauty school. I had 2, 3 jobs at one time and still doing this on this makeup and this and that on the side. Like, I work. So why am I gonna have a steady pace for me and then be with a man that's trying to rock my world? And as far as I say that is because when I'm with somebody, I'm always going to want to help them. If I got a man that's always asking me for money because he down or doing this, that is now you're a liability. You're not even an asset to my life anymore. It's like, no, because I'm not going to do it to you. I don't know when the last time I asked a man for rent money or to pay my car insurance or to do this or do that. So why am I going to accept it from a man that's supposed to be looking at as a protector and a provider? No, absolutely not.
What's your thoughts on the Timo?
I mean, I just wanted to, clarify something. So, because I'm hearing y'all talk, and I know I'm listening to what the definition was, but so then what from what you were saying in the clip, wasn't you saying that like 70,000, if you're making 70,000, a guy that's making 70,000 isn't enough?
So how old was that clip? I think that clip was 2 years ago.
Oh, so damn, so so that the one that we just played?
Yeah, I think it was almost
Okay.
years ago. Probably almost. I don't know, probably like a year and a half ago. I'm probably thinking at that point realistically from a standpoint how much rent is, how much a situation is, and that's why I said I make such an hour. Like when I hit overtime, I'll be at 70K, and I know after my rent, after my car insurance, after take care of my kid or paying my credit card bills or whatever, it's just like
Okay.
in New York, it's like So I come, and mind you, I'm getting a little leeway, I'm getting a little help. So it's just like I could imagine, dating somebody else where their rent is probably way higher or something like that. Like there's some people where 70K sounds a lot, but once you get through with your bills, you just breaking even, bro. You'd be lucky if you could take 2 vacations a year. So it's just like I'm not even thinking in a mindset like, oh, combined income. Because let's be for real, I'm not meeting a guy, learning that he makes 70K and like, all right, we're going to combine. No, it still takes time to get to know the person. So it's just like, I've always dated guys that just made more money than me. That is just like, one thing I never had to worry about was, him struggling. 70K in New York, realistically, depending on your bills, if you got student loans or whatever, it's not really much. You could live an okay life. You're not going to be struggling, but you definitely have to live within your means.
And I'm glad you broke it down like that, because I was gonna ask you, because like when you was speaking earlier, you were saying, gangsterly guys, like when you was young, you were dealing with guys that didn't have any money at all. And now you come to the point where you say you want a superior person that's making more money than you or more resources or whatever it is. And so I was gonna ask you, would you take somebody that is on your same level, because they're not necessarily broke, but when you broke it down like that, that does make sense. But and my thing behind it is, when it comes to you, I said everything she says I completely agree with. My whole thing that I tell women all the time, I say women have a time period where they're able to get whatever they want. Whatever they want. They can get whatever man that they want. If they're in position, connected to whatever it is, they're able to get that man, whatever man it is. They, at a certain time period in their life, they're able to get that. But once you pass that period, your options or your chance to get that man starts to go down. So while a woman is in her prime, she should take full advantage and go after everything that she wants. Because while you the hottest thing out, whether that's looks, brains, whatever it is, while you the hottest topic out, get all you can. Because there's always another new girl, 18 years old, whatever it is, right around the corner. Ready to
Ain't
take your
nobody hit
place.
that yet. Like, you know what I mean? Fresh. So it's just like, yeah. And some men don't understand that. It's just like you're gonna increase, and your value is gonna increase as you get older. You're getting wiser. Your money's getting straight or whatever. Women, our value decreases the older we get. So I'm not gonna waste my precious years on getting it out the mud with a dude. I'm gonna be 30 in a couple of years. I'm not getting it out the mud with nobody. No, nobody. I bust my ass to get where I'm at. I'm not getting it out the mud. You better have some. Simple.
Nah, I mean, I just think that this somewhat intertwines with what we were just talking about, you know, with in the last topic, because I feel like that, depending on what point he's at or whatever, if he's making 70K, at that particular point, don't mean that's where he's gonna end at, So the ugly dude who was at a certain level, and now he's making a certain amount of money. Now is like, okay, now he sees the increase of interaction. He sees that how different people are now treating him. So now he's basically protecting himself because he's like, man, okay, now that I'm at a certain level, you wasn't messing with me when I was making this, but now I'm at this, and now you want to give me this energy, and it's like, So I feel you, but I mean, like just because they at a certain level, don't mean that that's where they're gonna always end up or where they're gonna stay. What you got to say, Noah?
You already knew I had something, but my thing, and I want people to understand, it's a cold world out here. People don't realize it's a cold world out here. We the best scenario in the world is a man on the come up, meet a beautiful woman, she stick around, and y'all, that's not necessarily
and
a
y'all be
lot of women
millionaires and have a bunch of babies, and you have a White House with a picket fence, and y'all
that
buy a
is
house for
not
cash.
realistic. That's
What
not
ain't
realistic.
What's not realistic?
What I just said, that's not realistic. Realistically, a woman is going to get the highest man possible. Women, basically what it is, a man is going to grind. Like she said, over time, men get better. They build their money up, get their looks up, whatever it is. Over time, a man is going to grind. And when he gets himself to the highest level, wherever that level is, at the finish line, it's going to be a whole bunch of women waiting for you. And you get to pick from the women that is there. It's not going to be
how
women.
old you are.
Yeah.
You could be 50, 60, 70. Somebody gonna want to suck that dick. You got the money?
That's Chewy. That's what I'm talking about. That's Chewy Chronicles.
Somebody gonna. So it's just like, yeah, as long as you got that, what you got yourself established, y'all good. With women, I can't be 7 years old, like, yeah, sir, I got this money. Like, you old bitch. Goodbye. You know what I mean? Using me for the money. Now I'm the trick. So it's just like, yeah, no.
If the dudes they care about the degree at 30, they not gonna care about them degrees at 70. So you gotta get it while you can. And so, like I said, I agree with her, as in while she in her prime or while she's in that time frame, get as much as you can. So when you out, you solidify. You say, okay, I secured what I need to secure to live the lifestyle that I want to live. But that's by design.
Yeah, that's crazy though. Last night we was talking about that on the live last night about about cougar women, and somebody like, yeah, you gonna get her to write you on a will. I mean, not a will, but you gonna get some money out of it. At the end of the day, it's always about that money.
Because realistically, as women, we get older, we can't have kids past a certain age.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Our body, unless you like super took care of yourself, like with working out every day and eating healthy and stuff like that, our body starts to go down just like how a man body starts to, everybody gets older. So it's just like, you know what I mean? As a woman, you're at your prime when you're in your youngest, do what you got to do, sis, live your life, be happy. And that's it. Mm-hmm. And I learned that too late.
Mm. So, and I guess it ties in, and since it's been a thing that's been going on I guess since it happened. So you agree with the Lori Harvey situation of her getting out of that situation while she's still young?
Um, I don't be in celebrities' business.
Mm-hmm.
As far as Lori Harvey goes, I feel like not every man that is considered high value or desirable or whatever, it's okay to turn some men down.
Okay.
I would have turned Future down. No, thank you. I would have turned Trey Songz down. Because look at the
Oh,
industry.
I didn't even know Trey Songz was on the list.
No, but look at the industry that they're
What?
in. He had a whole baby on the way while he was with her. But you're surprised?
Mm-hmm.
That's a prime example of no. Beyonce got cheated on by Jay-Z.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
This is a prime example of no matter
What does
how
that mean,
good.
though?
Nah, you know what that mean. You know what it mean. Go ahead.
No,
I
she
mean, we.
finding that attractive. That's basically what she just
And
said.
that was
I mean,
Without saying it. By Jay-Z, by a nigga that look like that.
A whole animal. Love him, love you, bro. But yeah, no. So it's just like, come on, like
I
you
mean,
can't sit here and think that looks alone is just is. But my thing is just like make sure you get something, some kind of like solidified something. She got rich parents or whatever. It's probably nothing that these men could give her but experiences. And after a while, it's just like, okay. I don't know her personally. I don't know what her deal is, what her type is, whatever. But all because a man come at you and he may see him high value, you could turn it down. I feel like maybe she just probably needs somebody down to earth a little bit. You know, I'm not gonna say they're not in touch with reality, but some I don't know.
Hey, for me, I'm more mad at Michael B. Jordan. Man,
I'm
Puffy and his son had her. I
yeah,
wouldn't dare want to marry
that's
her
what I'm
anyway.
saying. When the
Yeah,
father,
Puffy, the
when the
daddy,
son,
the
when
father and son had her. Man, what the hell I would
yeah,
do?
when the son messing
No,
with her, and then she go to the daddy.
yeah, no
You know
way,
what I'm
no way.
saying? I mean, at the end of the day, you see what you see what she
There's
on.
girls out here that do worse. It's just that it's bad for her because she's in the public eye. So
Yeah. No,
I mean,
and I definitely agree to
I would have
that.
looked for I would have looked for it if the chick around the way did that, mess with the dude, the son, and then next thing you know they seen that the dad was in there, and then, they would look at it the same way. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
granted, I
Yeah,
do
no,
feel
they
like,
definitely they get look at worse because they ain't got nothing.
yeah,
I mean,
that's
not to
what
put
right, 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 right,
not
right.
to
The
put it
fact that
like
she,
that though.
yeah, the
Yeah,
fact that she's who she is. I mean, some people is going to defend it, but I mean,
no,
I mean, at the,
it's no defending.
Yeah.
It's no defending that.
Yeah, no, I mean when I brought up the Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan, it wasn't like I said, it wasn't really to get like because I said we don't really know them personally, but it was just like I said because you were saying when a woman's in her prime, and we all know that Lori's still like I guess 25ish. So I was
Yeah,
saying,
she's
did you
young.
think? So
Yeah,
did you think? Yeah, about said. Did you think because of her age and she's able to still maneuver and if she practiced hyperbole, do you feel like she can get above? Like how high do you feel she could go?
I just feel like sometimes it sucks because a woman of her stature, she's the trophy.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, she's like some women, as beautiful as you may come across or you are, whatever, whatnot. Sometimes you're just a fun ride.
Hmm.
Beautiful women is a dime a dozen, bro.
Hmm.
And some men, even though they'll fuck with a Lori, they rather a Lakeisha that's still pretty, hood pretty or whatever, whatnot, that's not really in the public eye, that niggas in the industry didn't run through. You know what I mean? And they could sit there and call that their wife. You know what I mean? So it's just like it sucks because like I said, she in the public eye. She's known for dating this one, that one, and that one. I don't know. It may take somebody that's just not in that industry that should keep dating these men in the sports industry and the entertainment industry. She probably need to be like with a doctor or something like that. That probably look at her and be like, all right, doesn't see her as, oh, this is something I'm conquering, right? And just settle in with her. But
You you
and
think
some
you
people
think
just trying to conquer, you know what I mean?
you think she should take the Megan Good route and get a pastor?
I don't know because they divorced, didn't they? Ain't they divorcing or something like
Yeah,
that?
that's why.
yeah,
That's
they
yeah,
got
yeah,
it.
the divorce.
it
But
definitely is.
needs some. That's what I'm like. She just probably needs somebody just out of that industry, just
Mhm.
you know, to give her something that she hasn't had before. So
Mhm.
Yeah, she can't be something that she ain't. You know, she gotta stay true to herself no matter what it is.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, but no, that's that. But like I said, I think we all, and I think this is. I don't know if is this the first time we all agreed on the same topic. I
I think
think.
so.
I mean, I don't even know.
Yeah, I usually don't agree with y'all.
Oh, look at what he does.
I don't even know. Did we?
Nah,
Look at what Nikki does.
yeah, no, but like I said, I didn't see nothing wrong with it. I said, I agree. Go get that bag, sis. What they say? Go get that bag, sis. Go handle your business.
I
So,
mean, only my thing
I
just be.
say this. I just want to say this. It's not about the bag, bro. It's not
Mhm.
about the bag. As a woman, what are we made to do? Procreate, right?
yeah,
Why
yes.
the hell would I want to procreate with somebody that cannot provide for themselves or provide for me? So you tell me, as soon as this baby pop out my coochie, 6 weeks later, I gotta go to work to help you with the bills?
Mm.
No, it does not make sense. I don't want to have a baby by a guy that dropped out of high school
Mm-hmm.
and don't got no GED or nothing. I don't want a guy that I don't want to have a baby with I don't want to procreate with somebody that don't have no social skills, that's not handy. It's about who's going to be the best partner to raise a family with. And that's why I feel like men forget, and sometimes women forget too. Because when you're looking at a woman, it's just like, would this woman be a good mother? Would she be attentive to my child? Or she gonna be on her phone snapping pictures all day, or just worried about how she look in the mirror while a baby is crying? Is she gonna
Mm-hmm.
remember to feed me when I get home, or is she on the phone with her friends? Like, it's just certain things, and that's going way off. But it's just certain things. It's not just about money. You got to look at somebody, their mental health, their emotional health. What
Mm-hmm.
more? I hate that what you bring to the table thing, but it's just like, how are you as a person? So when you young and those options are vast, as a female, you got more options. It's cool, but if you're just chasing money, let me tell you something. Money doesn't always mean a man is generous. He got money and he don't give it to you. Simple.
That's
He can
fact.
have money.
That's
I
fact.
want a man that's generous, because you'll meet a man that has $100,000 and you ask him for 1K and he be like no, and then you'll have a man with $5,000 and you ask him for 1K and he will give it to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So women, we got to stop manifesting rich men. Manifest generous men.
And
That's all I be saying. I mean,
mm-hmm.
that's all I was really saying originally. Just, I mean, I just hear a lot of the talk about the protecting and providing, and it's like, okay, I mean, okay, he protect and provide, but what else? I mean, like, if that's all you're really looking at, you ignoring all the other shit. That's why a lot of women end up in situations that they don't need to be in,
And they not
and
happy.
toxic ass situations, because they just looked at, okay, he can protect and provide, and like you said, don't look at that. He don't have social skills. He can't communicate. This nigga's abusive. You know what I'm saying? He ain't
Ain't
understanding.
fast. Like, you know.
Yeah. I mean, so it's like, but you just was looking at that. Okay, he makes X and X amount of money. He can protect. He can provide. He can do these type of things. So I mean, when that's why I said when you was like, oh, do you agree? I'm like, I mean, do I mean like I was like, yeah, I know. And I mean, at the end of the day, I agree with her. You want to be, you don't want to be, just struggling, living check to check. You don't have no financial security. You want to make sure all that's intact. But there's a lot of things that play a part.
Females like that too. Like, I feel like as a 35-year-old man, you shouldn't be dating a woman that can't take care of herself.
Mm-hmm.
Some men don't care for that because they looking at other things. You know what I mean? But I feel like if I'm a grown man, a grown ass man, I'll be like, you don't what? I like, you're making my life harder. Like,
There
yes,
you go.
of course.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, right there.
Yes, of course, I'm supposed to help you when you in need, but baby, I want a woman, not a child. If I gotta sit there and pay your bills and do this and get your hair done and get your nails done, honey, I didn't sign up to have another kid or a kid, period. I want a woman that could help, contribute to what the hell I got going on.
Yeah,
Why
like
do
I
I want
always,
liability? It goes both for men and women, but women don't talk about that.
Mm.
We just feel like because we got a vagina, y'all just supposed to accept us, or like, no,
There you
that's
go.
not how it works. That's not how it goes.
I try to keep the playing field balanced. I tell the
Mhm.
fellas, man, you want to look for a generous woman just as well as you generous. You know what I'm saying? You got to find somebody to balance your triple beam. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to weigh the same. That way it's equal. Because don't nobody want to get used, man or woman. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to get used because, like you're saying, if she got to get hair done, nails done, pay her car note, pay to get the car fixed, go put the gas in the car, cut the grass, pay for the house, and all these things. So now you're looking like, damn, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
I got
No,
good
that's
pussy
fact.
now. Like,
No, that's gonna be the answer though. That's exactly what the answer
And
gonna be.
then probably don't even got that for real.
that's what I was about to say. A lot of these girls be saying they got good pussy. I don't be thinking good pussy for real.
That's right.
And
That's
that,
right.
that's just because nobody's really saying nothing. I feel like
Yeah.
women
No,
are.
girls, they're the baddest girl that some of these guys been with. And since the guy is like fiending for them, it may seem like the best sex, but
No,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I agree. Nah, you said that.
it's not. Because if I have a friend that's 25 having sex with a 60-year-old man, or she have sex with men over their 50s, of course, honey, you're going to be the tightest thing on the block. Doesn't mean your shit is popping in general. It's popping to the guys that you mess with.
Mm-hmm.
So it is what it is with that. Like, you got to come with more than that. You got to come with more than that.
Yeah,
Definitely.
everybody watching, y'all hit that like button. Y'all hit that like button. I know
Yeah,
y'all
definitely
enjoying
hit
this
that like.
conversation. Y'all hit that like button, y'all.
Oh, they definitely, but they definitely, of course you're gonna hear that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got that good pussy. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I mean, what woman's gonna say that she don't?
I think it's the selling. It's to be honest. I feel like a lot of women use that to sell themselves. I mean, it's not really a selling card because every woman uses it. But I feel like that's one of the perks of being with me. I cook clean, and my thing is tight. That's the selling card now. That's how they put themselves out there to
It's
attract the
true.
mate.
Yeah, it make it more intriguing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, for real? Oh, the tightest, the wettest I ever had? Okay, well, no, man, I gotta try this out. You know what I'm saying?
Like a
She don't
guy
mean,
commercial. That's what the
the chewy be dry, coochie wide open. Come on, man, we don't want that. We don't want that. Hey, y'all, we're gonna move along to this third clip though.
All right.
Y'all, hey, one of y'all want to explain it before we go into it? Or you just want me to play it?
I can give a little preview, little sample. With this clip here, really you was breaking down your relationships, and you said while you was in a relationship, you thought monogamy was more of a punishment. Go ahead and play the clip, butter.
Yeah.
To be honest, right now, being and playing that wife role for 6 years, I'm like, nah, that monogamy to me is punishment. To me, it's just like, no, like I can't do it. And it's just like I could be at a point where I'm with my man where I don't want to sleep with other men, but if you want to sleep with other women, go ahead and do you. That's you. Like, you understand? Like, I feel like we can't judge other people on what makes them comfortable. I feel like the reason why people cheat is because people be suppressing their sexual desires.
But when you wasn't in a relationship, right?
Mhm.
You said you was
I'm
faithful.
single right now.
Yeah, but when you wasn't in 60, you was faithful.
Yeah.
And at the time, you didn't have no problem doing it because it was your lifestyle at the time.
Right.
That's why you committed yourself to.
Mm-hmm.
So
No,
you
it was torture.
It was torture.
Monogamy is not just about not fucking other people. You have to actually be a certain way. You understand? You have to, as a woman, dress a certain way, not do single shit. Like, if I'm somebody's wife, I'm not gonna be on an NFL or NBA player. I look so
Okay.
pretty in that. My daughter hates that blonde hair. She's like, I don't like it on you. Yeah.
But that's our next topic. That's our next topic. How did you get to the point to where you felt like it was punishment? You felt restricted in a relationship.
I'm bisexual. So
Okay.
it was just always a thing for me. If I'm with a guy and he said I can never be with another woman again, it's just like, And how are we supposed to have threesomes? Like what's going on? Like I'm a little more sexual liberated than the traditional woman. So it's just like, but you have some men that's just like, no, I just want with me and me only, and it's just like, ooh, you know what I mean. No, like I'm not with that. And I feel like men are not naturally monogamous. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want a dog, a man that's a dog that's like behind every chick. But if it ever came to a case where me and my man find a woman attractive or anything like that, and whatever happens, happens. So I feel like a lot of these men are not being real with these women and saying, look, I'm non-monogamous. Yes, I love you. I want to be with you. I want you to be my woman, but you're not going to be the only woman I'm going to sleep with. It doesn't mean nothing to me. I'm just having sex with these. And I feel like
it sounds
sounds
good.
nice.
Go ahead, Timo. It
I was about
sounds
to say
good.
it sounds nice.
It sounds good, but a lot of these chicks is not even monogamous. They want you to be doing. Let me tell you something about women. We be wanting y'all to do shit that we don't even be doing ourselves. Okay? And when it's us, we come up with all these types of excuses to excuse what the hell we do.
Mm.
But also with women, we have to realize too, y'all not built like us.
Mm.
I get horny and I don't get my rocks off. I'm good. Y'all horny, y'all don't get your rocks off. Y'all get blue balls. Y'all be hurt. Like, you know what I mean? I don't see a guy and then I have uncontrollable things or whatever. Y'all see something y'all like, y'all think just up like this, and sometimes y'all can't control it. Like y'all just built and wired differently. And I feel like as women, when we understand that more, we'll stop. Oh, and then another thing, these women they get in a relationship with men. Some women get in a relationship with men and don't be having sex with this man like how he want to have sex. That's why I feel like sexual expectations is very important to speak to your partner about when you get. What's your sexual expectations? Because if you tell your wife, look, I want you to suck my dick every day, but we can have sex like 4 or 5 times out of the week. But when it comes to you wanting that and she fronting on you, if you cheat, who's really to blame? You told her what your sexual expectations was in this relationship.
Go ahead. I know
So
you have to do that, Tebow.
how you want to force a man to be monogamous, but you're not giving him what he needs or what he requires of you when you was with him? He wants you to have sex with him 3, 4, 5 times out of the week. You want to keep playing with this man, and if he go out there, you mad. No, stop forcing monogamy on men when you know you don't want to be given a coochie. You know you don't want to be bothered. Stop forcing. So it's kind of like it's a punishment. And then women, we use it as a weapon to say, if you love me, you only be with me. Men, their loyalty is not calculated the same way our loyalty is. So he's just like, look, I'm just fucking this girl. You like, oh, you don't love me no more. You cheated on me. And then she's like, I really don't love her for real. Like I never loved her. So it's just like women really got to stop making it seem like men that are non-monogamous is a bad thing when they only be having sex with their man for real.
Yeah. Hey man, hey, don't worry. I'm clipping this one down. This piece right here, I'm clipping it down. Yes, indeed. They gonna hear this. They gonna get this work.
She made so many different. I don't know which angle. I don't know which angle to take. I'm grabbing. I'm like, she got a whole lot with this.
But I'm just gonna speak on the part that she said because at the end of the day, we never say that cheating is wrong. My thing is, the whole being transparent upfront about everything. A lot of times don't really mean too much because y'all could talk about certain things at the beginning, and then it still doesn't really end up like that. As y'all move forward.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you definitely said something that I always talk about on the show about how people cheat to stay. People be in situations, and and you just be so caught up on the fact that the person cheated, not even really looking at why did they cheat. You just like, okay, you cheated, you want to do this, that, and the third, but not understanding what you're doing that made them cheat. Now, that doesn't mean that it justifies it. That don't mean that them cheating was right, but you played a part in them cheating. But no, I mean, I what's it called?
And
You
Timo, only
definitely
thing Timo, she explained it better than you. You know what I'm saying? How you know when we always argue back and forth, the way she
no,
broke
no, no. It don't,
it
it
down a
don't, it
little
don't
bit
even be that.
different.
It don't even really be that. I mean, because she definitely explained it well. But it just be so fact that people just be so caught up on the fact that cheating is wrong. They just looking at wrong or right and not understanding why people cheat. And that'd be my main thing. I'm not saying that is right. Oh yeah, or defending cheating. I'm just getting people to understand why some people do it.
I mean, my whole thing, what I took from what she said too. One, I do feel like, and what I agree with is that people should, at the beginning, before you get into a marriage or whatever it is, even a relationship, you should have that conversation with your partner. What is your sexual expectations? If she says she's a bisexual woman and she says she likes to mess with women, she should tell the man going in, this is something I like in my sex. These are what I want to incorporate while we're having sex. It has to be a lot of stuff up front. So when the person agrees to be in a relationship, you're saying you're also agreeing to my terms that I have said. Now once you get into that situation and they say they agree, but now they're not holding the end of the agreement. Now that is a conversation to be like, well, I told you from the jump, so I don't understand why we're not moving how we need to move in the sexual aspect of our partnership. I do agree with that, but the men being monogamous, I feel like it depends on the man. I don't feel like
Of
every
course.
no. Check this out.
What's
Check this out.
monogamous for real? I feel like back in the day when it was arranged marriages, that was monogamous because you was with that one person forever. Now y'all just being monogamous with one
I
person at
mean,
a time. That don't
I
make sense.
mean, those arranged marriages. I mean, a
Well,
lot of
But what I'm talking
I
about
meant
monogamy,
cheating wise though.
monogamy being with one person forever, right? But
Yeah.
y'all just be being monogamous with one person at a time. Like it don't even be forever. That shit don't even be 10,
but
20 years sometimes.
but even if you
What's
stay,
what's
even if you stay
monogamy
with
for
somebody,
real?
but even those marriages, relationships that we talking about back in the day, even if they stayed with the person, they still, had these things that they was doing. Granddaddy fucking with old shawty down the street. Got a whole family around the corner, and they don't find out till his funeral that and his whole other family, his whole kids that you ain't ever even know about was there. I mean, it's just a lot more put out nowadays. So I mean, like they stayed together back in the day.
Monogamy, first of all, I feel sorry for y'all men because the reason why y'all get caught cheating half the time is because the women.
Thank you.
There go right there.
The
Finally,
women be
finally,
messy.
somebody said it.
Y'all
Finally,
Thank
be
you.
we've
holding
been having this argument.
y'all be
Finally, we've been having
holding
this
it
argument for the
down.
longest.
Like y'all be holding it.
Ooh,
I
come
mean, the
on.
side dude, if he know he not with you, if he know you with your dude, he know not to text you first, call you, he wait for you, he be speaking in code and stuff. Like, no, girls get in their feelings and they want to follow your girl and start liking all her pictures and calling the house and driving by and following, going to her hair salon. Like, girls make it so messy.
Hey,
So,
talk
so,
your shit,
so, so,
Nikki.
so.
Talk
He
your
going
shit.
crazy. Yes,
Talk your
sir.
shit.
Yes,
Hey, and
sir.
we
They,
we
Yeah.
we've been speaking exactly what you said on this show for a while. Because of course the narrative be that women cheat better than dudes, and it's like it ain't really that y'all cheat better. We just allow y'all to cheat because you know for the most part, side chicks usually do more than what the side dudes do. But yeah, no, you
Nah,
you was speaking that shit right there.
nah,
Yeah, you was on
we
point.
definitely agree with that. We
Mm-mm-mm.
because I always been the one to say
Wow.
9 times out of 10, a man when he has other women on the side, just like you said earlier, he just trying to hit. So as long as he hitting, he don't care who you in a relationship with. As long as you keep letting him do him. I feel
yeah.
like women have the mindset of eventually I will be number one. I'm the side right now, but eventually I will be his number one option.
And
I'm
I'm a
gonna work my way
woman,
to that.
and I'm telling you, the man could be married, been married with, and I'll have it in my head. I'm gonna be number one eventually.
Yeah, number one
Like I'm
eventually.
telling you, you're not lying. Like
Mm-hmm.
women always, but side dude, they don't care about that. They like as long as I can get it when I get it and I want to get it, I'm cool.
I'm good. That's it.
That's
I said, yeah, I agree. That was the you talking about clip. That's the coldest. She had the comment of the night right there. But that's the
Yeah,
comment of the night.
yeah.
A woman
No,
finally
that's
said the
facts.
truth.
Yeah, a
The
Yeah,
woman.
truth.
No,
that's
no, it's
facts
fact.
right
Yeah, a
there.
woman finally said it because as much as I said, man, they be shooting my comment down. I'm like, man, I'm telling you. I mean, well, you know, I mean, it's not a good thing that men or women cheat better, but I always tell them most men get caught because of the woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not because we're not gonna call your side dude and be like, yeah, I was busting your girl up yesterday. You ain't hitting her no more. So why would we do that? You know what I'm saying? We don't do stuff like that. Oh, you have red
oh,
pillows
it's like
and
you know I'm
yellow.
at home with my girl. Why are you calling me 4 in the morning? So your name could pop up on my screen, and she happened to, so my phone could vibrate. Like, why are you doing that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, girls, they just messy. They after a while, I don't care how good it was in the beginning.
Y'all go to the
They
YouTube.
always
Yeah.
gonna get messy. You gonna have to like pay her some shit to keep her mouth closed, and then after that, it still don't even be. It's still not 100. So it's just like, it's the women that make it worse for y'all. I be feeling sorry for y'all.
No, I definitely agree to that. But I wanna transition us into this final clip so we can get this final breakdown. But you've been amazing so far, Nikki. Keep it up. You've been
Man, oh
amazing.
my
Thank
God,
you.
Definitely.
Thank you. I does
No,
it,
definitely.
right?
fantastic, man, fantastic, man. What?
Uh,
And you know what though, y'all? I mean, before you transition to the next one,
go ahead.
I think it sounds better when a woman says
It definitely did.
than when us as men say it,
No,
because
no,
they'd be like,
because
oh, y'all just coming up with any type of excuse or anything. But when a woman said it's just plain and simple.
you know that's what it is. Because when it's always like when they cheat, it's always okay. She cheated. Is this reason on why she cheated? Is reasons behind it. But when we cheat, oh, you just wanted to cheat. Oh, you just giving a whole bunch of excuses. And it's like, a lot of times men and women really cheat for the same reasons for real. So,
It's hard. It's hard. It's hard to be monogamous. When especially if you outside, if you sociable. I mean, if you live in Alabama and your neighbor ain't for a mile away, and you got to drive everywhere, of course it's easy to be faithful. Your partner is the one that you see most of the time. But when you live in a city like Atlanta, New York, LA, and you constantly around people, around different personalities and people that touch you in different ways, people that you relate to in different ways, people that you vibe with in different ways, it's hard sometimes to be monogamous, because monogamy is not just about sex, it's about who you giving your time to. You know what I mean? I swear to God, if I have a man and he found out I'm on the phone with a dude every day and when we get in an emotional connection, I might as well would have slept with that man.
Oh, she's going crazy.
Yeah,
She's going. I say it all the time. They keep pointing to is physically cheating. I said physically cheating is not the only form of cheating. Emotional cheating, it should be on the same level as physically cheating. If your woman's sitting there on the phone telling another man what's going on in your relationship, confiding in another man, that's still the same level. If she having sex with it, it's on the same level.
And the sexual might come after, and it's gonna be.
Yeah, it don't mean that it can't eventually get there.
Yeah, so let's get into this last clip. I can't wait to see it because, guys, I didn't know what they were showing before they showed it. So,
hold on, I'm about to play it now, y'all. I'm gonna get through these last comments. Last one. Boom. Okay, I'm playing it now.
Monogamy is not just about not fucking other people. You have to actually be a certain way. You understand? You have to, as a woman, dress a certain way, not do single shit. Like, if I'm somebody's wife, I'm not going to be on an NFL or NBA player's boat shaking my ass. Like, I'm just not going to do that because I'm somebody's wife. I'm not going to be posting half-naked pictures on the gram. I'm not going to be doing certain things.
What if your husband took those half-naked pictures?
Yeah. But you know what? My man wouldn't be no sucker. My man wouldn't be no sucker dude to put his wife half-ass naked pictures like that.
He's a sucker because
I feel like
his wife is half-naked.
I feel like a man that doesn't value his chick will put half-ass naked pictures, videos of her twerking. It's just like, why do you?
No, he don't have to. She's putting it herself.
Nah, that's not true. Y'all can go ahead with that.
Hold on.
I don't know what it is. You on fire tonight. Like feel like NBA Jam. He's on fire. Look, I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and say something first. No,
Go ahead.
I mean, no, because we was just talking about this with the Sierra and Russell Wilson situation. Like she got video on the Jeep twerking it all out. But I'm like, in the situation that she in now, she really don't have to do that no more. You know what I'm saying? She's married and a company. He make more than enough money to keep her from doing those type of activities. But some people just the disrespect is just disrespect.
So I seen the post. And I was like, Sierra, baby, what is you doing? First of all, you was a mother of two. You was a wife. I understand it was maybe for some promo, but when the last time we listened to some goddamn Sierra? Baby,
We said the same thing. She
hang
going
it
crazy.
up. Hang it up and do some skincare or, some jeans for tall girls because we need them. Like, do something else. Like, you know what I mean? I don't. And what's crazy when females do that? It's just like, oh, the girls just want to have fun things. Like, you know what I mean? It's excusable or whatever or whatnot. And it's just like, no, honey. No, there's different things you could do without. I feel like that's something that you do on your private boat with your friends where there's no cameras allowed. Or if there is cameras, you tell everybody not to post it. You know what I mean? But it's lit. That looks like it's for attention, and it's just like I did not agree with the post. It made me uncomfortable, and I wanted to write that in the shade room. But now these days you gotta be careful what you write online.
When I seen it, I thought she was trying to get Future back. I thought she was twerking to get Future back. I'm like, oh, what you doing? She out here popping that thing. She's popping that thing like popcorn. What?
Yeah. Well, are you about to say something, Timo?
I mean, I wasn't really about to say nothing. I was really just, going off of what y'all was saying. I mean,
No, because
I agree. I agree with y'all.
I thought you was gonna bring up the fact because I think the conversation we had about that is: do you feel like okay? You say you have to when you get into a relationship, you kind of have to adjust. You can't do the same thing you was doing when you were single, which we all understand. But I feel like I think Timor had said it one time before. However, you met the woman, should you already accept to say, okay, this is how I met her, so I know certain things come with her. Like if she already on IG posting pics, half like that, do you expect her to just stop doing it?
Yeah, that's like Now go ahead.
No, it's a respectable way that you could do stuff. I had guys I was dating that thought some of my posts was crazy, and it's like, but you're not my man.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have an issue with this now, because I'm not going to listen. I remember one of my guy friends said, "You're very hypersexual," and I tried to change it, so I deleted a lot of stuff off my page and stuff like that. And it's just like, after a while, I was like, all right, if that's what I am like that. It is what it is. Like, you know what I mean? Whatever. I could tone it down. So a lot of stuff I did take off because I'm just like, okay, if my boyfriend mother happens to come across my Instagram page, or if my daughter friend happen to, certain things don't need to be seen. You know what I mean? But you adjust, but you still gotta, you kind of like be yourself. But it's definitely an adjustment.
And I feel like for you, it's a little bit difficult because you're more of a public figure and you have to have your Instagram public for the public. But I feel like a lot of women, what they do, especially if they're not public figures, they'll just be like, I'm going to have this, whatever I want on my IG, I'm just going to make it private so nobody can't see it. But they still got all that stuff on their IG. So I feel like for you, you're saying to make an adjustment, as in you're in a different situation. You don't want to do certain things to make your partner look a certain way. And I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree. What you do can reflect your partner.
You could be respectful.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You could definitely be respectful. And that goes on both ends. If you knew you're a guy and used to post a lot of toxic quotes and say a lot of crazy things, once you get in a relationship, like, tone it down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Even if nobody knows I'm in a relationship, I don't post my boyfriend, I don't post about him, I don't nothing. But you see a change in me, just certain things is just like, you know what I mean? I just be chill. out of respect because he follows me. I don't know who his friends probably follow me or whoever follow me or whoever he showed my page to. It's just like when you love somebody and y'all got something established, just tone it down. Because anytime I got in trouble in my relationship is because of some shit that I did on social media that I know I'm not supposed to be doing, but I did anyway, got caught, and now it's just like, we're in a relationship, what you doing?
Yeah, I think one of the rules should be is don't make your partner look bad. For men and women, you know what I'm saying? That should be one of the things that you should be mindful of. Is I shouldn't make my partner look bad.
Yeah, I just feel like that. If you see, I remember what you was brought up, Noah. 'Cause I did say that if a person was already doing something, or you already see that they do certain things, that you can't go ahead and try and get into the relationship with them, and then now make what they're doing an issue because they continue on doing it when you've seen that they was doing that before. That's like she knows that you smoke weed before y'all get into the relationship. Now y'all in a relationship, and now she's complaining about you smoking.
But these are the conversations that need to be had. If you dating someone before y'all agree to be in a relationship, because let's be for real, a lot of these people, they just fucking and then be like, hey, we together now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we might as well be in a relationship now. We fucking.
Yeah, we fucked raw. We're in a relationship now. Like, no.
Yeah.
You decide to say, hey, we're past this dating stage. I don't really care to see no one else. I, want you to be my woman, or I want you to be my man, or whatever the case is. How do you feel about this? And it makes me really uncomfortable when you kind of do this. I know, but I want to take you seriously, and can we like adjust this, or can we not do this, or like, well, you know what I mean? People's supposed to continuously mature and change. I don't necessarily believe in taking a person as they are all the time. You know what I mean? You have to have some room in a relationship for adjustment and growth, because once you agree to be in a relationship, y'all two. Somebody see you, they're gonna be like, oh, where's such and such? You know what I mean? Y'all
compromise.
So you have to grow. You have to adjust if you want it to work with that person. But people don't know how to communicate. Like they said, oh, the sex is good. We have a sex rule. We in a relationship now. And it's just like, yeah, you expect this person to change overnight. You expect them to read your mind. Communicate. I don't like it when you do that. I don't know. Like I said, the whole thing with Sierra, that made me very uncomfortable. I felt like, I looked up to her and her relationship at some point. I'm not saying that it was a terrible thing, but it was just like, oh no, baby. I loved it when she was doing all the classy stuff. Even when she was having fun and twerking with Megan Thee Stallion, it was just like, all right, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, when you're posting it, let's be for real, you're posting it for attention.
That's facts.
Period. That's why I got close friends, man.
And that's why I say certain things. It's certain things that you have to. If you're going to do it, be smart about how you do it, and know that if it is to the point to where it gets big, that it's not gonna be something crazy the way your partner gonna be looking crazy. That you can say, I did it, but it's not crazy.
I would have felt better if Russell was in the car. Or
the driver or something.
He was in the back. He was holding the radio. I was like, oh, okay.
So now they said, Russell Wilson saying, I approve this message.
He in
the whip, right? You know what I'm saying?
If he would have turned the camera around, because he was the one recording it. Something, bro. Just something. But it made me very uncomfortable.
No, I agree. I said the same thing you said about. I said Sierra trying to restart it. Sierra, we don't know when the last time she been hot. You can let it die. It's over with.
I want the goodies, like girl.
It's over with. You got
I was thinking about like a boy.
What? T-Boy, you took it all the way there, T-Boy. What?
Yeah. You got your man set up. Yeah. She good. You don't got to do that no more. You can chill.
Girls just want to have fun, I guess.
That's fine, but if it comes to the point where you having so much fun that you forget about your significant other, you might fund your way out the door. You might fund your way right on out the door. So
yeah.
I was the same one I seen dressed up going to meet the president. Taking that thing in the Jeep. I said, whoa, wait a minute. These two different edges of the sword right here.
Yeah, but some people like that. You know what I mean? they like, you know, the switch up or whatever. It's just like we just gotta be careful how we perceive ourselves on social media. I mean, was that for a song? A new song? She released in a dance class. She was marketing the shorts, saying these fit so good you could twerk in them. Like, this is what I'm saying. What was the point?
I don't know. I mean, Butter said I ain't see the. What was the song, Butter?
Nah, I mean, no, I mean, well, I only seen it as a
I
clip,
mean,
so it's a
I'm about
clip
to
to
say it
me.
was a clip, so
It's
it
just
was
a
a
clip,
clip,
so
so
I don't know if it
I
was
don't
a
know if it
song. They
was. I
never
don't know if it
I
promoted
was
a
mean,
a
if she
song
song.
or
was
nothing.
selling the shorts, I would have bought them. Like, honey.
But she above that now. She don't even have to do She don't have to do promotional ads no more. She don't even have to do promotional ads. The little bodies and bodies. She don't have to do that no more. She
Hey, but
passed that now.
see, this is what. Hey, remember when I was telling y'all about, if you actually doing something, this is what I say about that. Most people who do something should, or probably will be better off if they get, deal with somebody else that's actually doing something, because then they already understand what the business is. What the business is about certain shit that y'all do.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. I've never dated anyone in the same career as me or with the same aspirations that I have. And to be honest, if I did, they were freaking annoying as hell. Annoying as hell. It's just like I could have friends with the same aspirations as me and, you know, co-workers, but having a partner that want to do the same exact thing or in the exact same industry as me, it's kind of like,
But
it's a breath of
it
fresh
don't got to be the exact same industry. It could be, but they are a known figure though.
Yeah, it's like it's no breath of fresh air. I tell my
That's what
boyfriend
I
all
was gonna
the
say.
time, I'm the celebrity of the relationship. You just
Now at one point when I think whoever said that I was agreeing, but then in my mind I'm like, okay, y'all both in the same field, y'all can grind and have it out together, and y'all kind of don't distract each other. But I feel like your partner is sometimes your getaway from whatever you got going on. So if y'all constantly talking about the same stuff, X, Y, and Z, you can't have that getaway to be like, let's talk about something else, or let's have that extra whatever. What's going on in your life? If they life and your life the same thing, then what really is it? What
it
really
works
is
for
it?
some people. It don't. Some people like comfortability. I kind of like to be uncomfortable. I feel like if I'm too comfortable, there's no room for growth. I want somebody that's not doing the same thing that I'm doing, that has different life experience. They think differently. They see things differently because, and the same thing, I, contribute that aspect to their life too, because it's just like, if you're too comfortable, you don't grow. You don't grow. Like you with somebody in the entertainment industry, how many times they're gonna gossip about the same fuckers and pop up at the same events together or whatever? Not. No, take me to your Christmas party at your law firm. let me see what these people are about. You get one of the stiff ass boys. Like let's see what's going on. You know what I mean? It's just like but that, like I said, some people, they just want the comfortability of being with somebody that's in the same thing, does the same thing. They feel like, it's no yin and yang for it. They just like that. For me personally, I feel like sometimes opposites do attract. I want to learn from my partner.
No, I agree. That's definitely well put, and I feel like everybody, should try to connect with whoever they connect with naturally. Don't just look at the same field. Look at other stuff that you may not have noticed. That's okay. I can dig this. This can definitely work in the future. So that's definitely a well put statement from you.
Yes, I'm
But
trying
yeah,
to. I'm over here. We've been on here for a minute.
but now that was the last clip. That was
Yeah, that was the last clip. That was the last
the
clip.
Yeah,
last
'cause
clip.
I'm looking at the time. Like I gotta go pick up my boo from work.
Oh yeah.
That's
That's what
it.
I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking
Okay.
about.
Okay.
That's right. That's right.
That's what we
Yeah,
love right
yeah.
there.
Hey, we hope we spark your energy to get them right when they get in the house. You know what I'm saying? That's what this podcast all about.
And this is what you
Yeah.
do. You pick them up and say, I just came off this amazing show. It's All Love Podcast. Go watch the episode, and after you get done, subscribe, sweetheart,
Yeah, I
subscribe,
was. He
Yeah.
was
sweetheart.
really supportive. He was really supportive. Because I live with him now.
Okay.
Literally, I just picked up all my stuff, left New York, and he took me in. He's like, "Yo, you can stay with me. shave, do whatever you need to do, whatever happens, whatever. So, yeah, he was just so supportive. He's like, "Oh, what's the show that you're on?" He went on you guys' page. He's like, upstairs in our dining room, got some good lighting in there. You can do it in there. I'm like, I'm good. I said, I'm good. Really supportive, really, really, really supportive of what I do. So it's just like, but he doesn't really do the same things that I do. So like I said, like really a breath of fresh air because I could let him into my world and I, get into his. So definitely good.
But we don't want to hold you up too long from getting your man, but we want to go ahead and close it out by letting you, get all your information to our viewers again, where they can find you when your next project is. Just tell them everything you need to let them know.
Yes. So, like I said, my Instagram is Nikki_Diamante_. I do makeup. I do hair. I act. Right now, I'm just doing a lot of acting work. Like I'm supposed to be on BMF on Monday, doing a little background work.
Okay.
I literally started over. I told you I just left New York. I started over from scratch. I do have a YouTube, Nikki Diamante. I'm gonna be putting some of my acting reels and stuff on there. I'm gonna be putting a bunch of stuff on there. You know what I mean? And it's just like, yeah, I'm literally starting like a new chapter in my life. I thank you guys for actually hitting me up and being on the show. That's been great. It's like, I ain't lose it. I ain't lose a pep in my step. You know what I mean? I'm still here.
No, I told you from the beginning. I said this podcast. I said we just gonna have a conversation. It's gonna flow. We're gonna have a good time.
Yes, thank you so much, you guys.
No problem at all.
We appreciate you.
Do you Timo, you want to say anything before we close it out? Timo and Butter, your information and everything.
I mean, y'all already see it right there, y'all. Y'all can follow me at @off_the_top_media. I'm gonna keep giving y'all the good content, keep giving y'all stuff to think about. I haven't been posting these past few weeks, but the content is about to be coming back soon. So I got stuff in the cut, ready for y'all. So I'm gonna keep giving y'all updates on the show, keep promoting, and yeah, y'all already know how we coming. Nikki, you've been amazing. Definitely appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, y'all already know me, Noble Noah. Like I said, follow me on IG. I'm gonna keep the content going, and like I said, y'all send me any stuff y'all want me to respond to. I got Live with Nobles on Wednesday, every Wednesday. Like I said, we gonna be back next Saturday with a new episode, new guests, new topics. We're gonna keep it lit for y'all. We appreciate y'all grinding it out with us. We appreciate Nikki also coming on and blessing her. She had amazing viewpoints that it's the first on the show that we agreed on a lot of them with her. So yeah, we definitely appreciate it, and we definitely, like I said, hopefully work with her in the future with some other things.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. You say you acting. I'm thinking about some content. Some skits, some content getting created.
Let's get it.
But
go. Man, I know y'all like what y'all see, man. Y'all follow Butter TV.
Yes, sir.
But man, we had an amazing show. If y'all didn't hit that like button, hit that like button. Man, we had such a great show today. We will be going live tonight. With a little after party just to talk, get chatted up with with the followers. And with that being said, man, we had a tough conversation that might need to end in the hub. It's me, Noble Noah, and Timo. It's all love. And we'd like to thank Miss Nikki one more time for being a great guest. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Bye, guys. Have a good night.
Have a good one.